Hi, this is Brian. Welcome to Philosopher's Notes TV. Today we've got You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. This book has sold 30 million copies. That's a lot of copies. Louise Hay is the founder of Hay House. We've done a lot of titles on Hay House. We've got this one in a 6-page PDF, of course. We've got a bunch of them in the 100. We've got Wayne Dyer's Power of Intention, Sonia Choquette's Trust Your Vibes. We've got Esther and Jerry Hicks's 3 titles by them, Money, the Law of Attraction, Ask and It Is Given, and The Amazing Power of Deliberate Intent. We've probably got some other Hay House titles I'm not thinking of. But Extraordinary Woman, You Can Heal Your Life. This is packed with big ideas. And the big idea of the book, she says that we can trace nearly every issue that we face in our lives to a lack of self-love. And she says in all caps, we need to approve of ourselves exactly as we are. We need to approve of ourselves exactly as we are. Total acceptance. And Nathaniel Branden, in his book, The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem, that we have a note on as well, we're going to do a TV episode on that soon. He says that basically the same thing, that a lack of self-esteem, low self-esteem, is the root cause of nearly every issue in our society. So building our sense of love of ourselves, building our sense of self-esteem is a huge practice. He's got his 6 pillars we're going to talk about soon. And for now, we're going to jump through a few of my favorite big ideas from this great book. The first one is should to could. So Louise says that should is one of the most damaging words in our vocabulary. Anytime we say the word should, I should have done this, I should do this, I shouldn't have done that. It's just, there's a negative connotation to it. And it really puts us into a victim place where there's just a level, basically we're saying we're wrong. I should have done that, I was wrong. Well, it's just not very helpful. And a big part of her philosophy is never criticizing ourselves. You know, we made the mistake or we did what we did, but there's no need to have guilt associated with it. I've mentioned a number of times in these episodes and throughout the notes, in Tibetan, they don't even have a word for guilt. They have intelligent regret with a decision to do something wiser in the future or something to that effect. So we want to turn our shoulds into coulds. We want to go from a victim should into an empowered could. When we say could, there's just a different energy to it. And in the note, I recommend you write down, I should, and write down some I should have in the past and some I shoulds in the future. I should have done this instead of that. I should do this in the future. Write those down, 5 of them. And then write down the exact same sentence, but trade out the I should for I could. I could have done that. I could do this. Just write it out and read it to yourself or read it out loud and feel the energy difference. There's a huge difference between shoulding on yourself and giving yourself the empowerment of a could. Big idea. Tony Robbins has a great line. He says, quit shoulding all over yourself. So quit shoulding all over yourself. There you go. So moving on to the next big idea, she says a lot of stuff about affirmations. One of the things she talks about in the beginning of the book is she often has her clients look into a mirror and say, I love and accept you exactly as you are. I love and accept you exactly as you are. So to actually get a mirror seems a little weird, and it was a little weird the first time I did it, but get a mirror or look in the mirror and say, I love and accept you exactly as you are. And she says many people have a very difficult time even saying that or break down in tears and it's just a challenging thing for us to really open up into the possibility of loving and accepting ourselves exactly as we are. And she also says that it's really powerful to do our affirmations looking ourselves in the eye in the mirror. She says that we were deeply conditioned and a lot of our negative thoughts were imprinted in our consciousness by people looking at us in the eye and us looking at our parents or other authority figures in the eye who were telling us things that were getting lodged into our consciousness that may not be the things we want lodged in there. So as we use mantras, which literally means tool of the mind, right? A mantra is a tool to shape the mind. As we use affirmations or mantras, we're literally reshaping our minds, and one of the powerful ways we can do that is to look ourselves in the eye in the mirror. Really cool idea. And I should say too here that I could say, oh, so there we go, I'm getting caught in the shoulds. So I could say here that I actually do that mantra every morning. So I've been doing something, I think it's called Emotional Freedom Technique, EFT. Google that, Emotional Freedom Technique. I'm 90+% sure that's what it is. Where you basically touch pressure points and you repeat the mantra. I repeat the mantra, I love and accept myself completely. I love and accept myself completely. And you tap different places. And I do that after my half an hour of meditation in the morning and a little bit of eye exercises that I do, strengthening work for my eyes. I do that mantra, I love and accept myself completely. I love and accept myself completely. I love and accept myself completely. I say it dozens of times every morning. Highly recommend that. You might dig it. So, next big idea, cleaning our mental house. So Louise has got some cool ideas. She says that, you know, if you're going to clean your house, let's say you haven't cleaned your house in a while and you're going to clean it. You go around and you clean out your house, and some things you look at and you're like, oh wow, I want to keep you around. I'm going to dust you off and put you back into a nice place looking all, you know, spiffy and polished and stuff. Some stuff you're like, you know what, I don't need you anymore. I'm going to give you away, but you're still pretty cool. So I'm going to donate you. And some stuff you're like, I just, you know, old magazines are just trash. You just pick up and you throw into the trash. Now when you're cleaning up your house, you don't get all upset with yourself, hopefully. Same thing with our mental house. We have some things that are great that just need to be polished and maybe put into a more prominent spot. Some things we just need to get rid of. But we need to get rid of those negative thoughts, not with anger or with shame or with self-criticism, but get rid of them just like you'd put, you know, dirty plates into the trash. Just scrape off the trash and put it into the trash can and take it out. You don't need to get angry. Just clean your mental house. And do so moving on to the next part of your life. Really cool. In the note, I talk about the fact Marcy Shimoff in her great book, Happy for No Reason, which we have a note on, she says something amazing. She says we have roughly 60,000 thoughts a day. Someone counted. 60,000 thoughts a day. And 95% of those are the same as the thoughts we had yesterday. Isn't that crazy? Is that right? Yeah, 95% are the same as what we had yesterday. The most frightening thing is that of those 60,000 thoughts, 95% are the same, and 80% of those are negative. 80% of our thoughts are negative. That's 40,000, roughly. Negative 45,000 negative thoughts every day. A doctor named Daniel Amen, or Amen, I'm not sure how you say his name, says that those are automatic negative thoughts. Ants, A-N-T-S, automatic negative thoughts, ants. And we need to take some organic bug spray to our ants, clean our mental house, get rid of those negative thoughts, those negative little ants running around. She's also got some great ideas on imagining children. So imagine a 3-year-old child. Put him in front of you or her in front of you, and then imagine yelling at that 3-year-old child. All the time, incessantly yelling at the child. What do you think the child's going to do? It's either going to crawl up in a ball as it grows up, or it's going to tear the place up, right? And she says, well, imagine you have a 3-year-old in your own consciousness. Are you yelling at yourself all day long? What do you think that's doing for yourself? And then imagine nurturing this beautiful little 3-year-old, speaking kindly to it, always supporting it in a beautiful way. How do you think that 3-year-old is going to flourish under that level of nurturing? Well, we want to do the same thing for ourselves. Act as if we have a precious little 3-year-old in our consciousness and treat it with the level of respect and love that you would a 3-year-old who you adore. Really cool idea. She also talks about how kids learn how to walk and talk. They do so by falling down and laughing. We need to learn a lot more like kids. I talk about that in the notes, some pretty funny stuff. Another really quick idea, she talks about the importance of loving our bills. Too often we get a bill and we get pissy. A bill is an awesome thing. A bill is someone billing you for a service they trusted you to pay for. They trusted your affluence enough to send you a bill later. That's pretty cool stuff. And we can take a chance to honor that. She loves and kisses, literally puts a kiss on every check she writes. We want to have positive energy with the money we circulate, much more likely to come back to us when we send it out with love. So that's a quick idea, a quick look at You Can Heal Your Life. Hope you dug it. Look forward to sharing more with you soon. As always, have an awesome day. See ya.